Aiko KNKPLI Lilo Pinka Git FG.
Had you ever wondered what that person was saying in a language that wasn't your own, and you were like, I wonder what he was saying? And then you got this genius idea and you said to yourself, why don't I actually learn their language? Yeah, dude, are you stupid? Dumb or stupid? You should rather invest your time into learning the easiest language by Nas Daily Official. Haven't you watched it already? Don't worry, I'll explain to you the video then. So this guy named Nas first asks you the question of, is English an easy language for you? And he said, yep, probably it is cause you understand what I'm saying. Then he carries on saying, but to many others around the world, it might be difficult for them. So these people don't learn English and we don't learn their language and eventually no one can communicate with anyone. Except for the people that know their language, which I think he just forgot to add in his script. So not technically anyone. Anas, had you ever heard of bilingual translators or Google Translate or the peace declaration that was somehow made between countries that talk in different languages? Oh, maybe this video was made in the 1800s, right? Okay, now I'm a bit worried about the 3.6 million people that watched this video, but let's just carry on with this video, shall we? So he carries on saying, there are too many languages for my brain to handle, my poor little brain. And then he said, but I learned a new language that is designed to fix this problem, and that is Pidgin. For example, in this image you can see, coffee can be rather said as coffee. Wow, that's actually pretty simple. Then he says that it helped the 800 tribes that spoke 800 different languages and it solved their miscommunication problem. Now you may think to yourself, wow, this language is so easy to understand and look at the benefits. Yep, this whole world should learn about this language named Pidgin. Oh, this guy commented in a video, if you scroll down, it says, I only know this language because I know English. So then, why don't we just learn English in the first place? Yeah. What's the point then? The reason why these tribes need this language is because they don't have technology like Google Translate, while the technology we live in has Google Translate. So like, are we just gonna disregard that or something? Like, what? Oh, you gotta be joking. Right, Nas Daily Official, good joke. Maybe this video was made on April Fool's Day. Oh, I get you. I think you're just late into the April. Yeah, I do that sometimes. Or you just clickbaited 3.6 million people. And counting. Firstly, let me explain to you what a pidgin is. So, it's a simplified language derived from two or more languages. It is a language developed and used by people who do not share a common language in a given geographical area. An example of this is the Creole from Papua New Guinea, which has become a national language. Did you hear that? I hope so, and I read a bit fast, but it's only for a geographical area, not worldwide. If it's worldwide, then what about China? What about Russia? Genopass is from Pidgin for I don't know. So if you want to actually make a Pidgin language to solve all the languages like Nas wants you to do, you need to consider the, well, roughly 6,500 languages that are spoken in the world today. Yeah, not too bad. So, I don't know would probably be that, or if it's in the English alphabet, ya don't janana. Cool. I just made a pidgin from languages of Russian, Hindi, and English. Only 6,497 languages to go. You gotta be kidding me. Do you know how chaotic it would be for a pidgin language to include all the languages in the world? I think 3 languages is enough for just one pidgin version. Imagine. Then you would make over 2,000 variations of Pidgin. No, thank you. I think we'll just keep the number of languages at 6,500 and not like 9,000 languages now. It's not really a solution as to solve the many languages in the world which you consider as a real problem. Because your video only talked about Pidgin English and just named it as Pidgin. Well, actually Pidgin can have many variations to it. And since we understand English, we understand the language and got the idea of, wow, like why don't we the whole world learn about it? But what about the other people who don't speak English at all? then they should just learn English to begin with. Well, that idea goes out the window. Thanks, Nas Daily official, for trying and showing that idea to the 3.6 million people. I mean, it sounds so nice and simple. Like, why can't we do it? Well, things aren't actually that simple. Why it isn't that simple? Well, firstly, why the heck do we have so many languages in the first place? Well, because of something to do with religion. Religion is like stories told to you. So like, how on earth did you hear about the story of Jesus and God? The Bible? Well, by knowing and communicating through a language like English. Many religions have a sacred language too. Hebrew for Judaism, classical Arabic for Islam, etc. I mean, also, thank you to our religion differences that World War II broke out, where Hitler wanted to kill every Muslim on earth. Yep, not nice. Okay, cool, so then why don't we just learn or make a new universal religion or a new universal language? Known as not Pidgin. Well, we can't actually create a new universal language at the moment because children at their young ages have the ability to learn their home language from their parents really fast. And that goes the same for the religious beliefs rooted into their heads at early ages. So, it will be difficult to shake off their religion and their home language to learn the new universal language and religion later in their lives. But then, how can we pull it off? Making that universal religion or universal language? Well, I have a solution. First of all, let's choose any language that already exists and make it the new universal home language. I choose English because I know English and I don't know any other language, so I disregard all the other languages. I'm indeed a good man. Next, make it the law where a child is born into a family that doesn't speak English, we have the right to remove the child from their parents and deliver the baby to a house of an English family. And boom! The child's home language is now English. But then, the debated issues will come around the corner, like other languages will become extinct, many people will lose their jobs because they don't know English, many cultures will become distinct, blah 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 blah. Okay, then what's the life expectancy of humans? Let's just do this for 100 years and delete all the internet's information in other languages and the problem will be solved. Because the only children that will be still alive after 100 years will be the ones that were delivered to an English home. So yeah, a complex problem with a simple solution. Where you just gotta be a little bit inhumane. yeah, inhumane. But it will be also weird, right? That there are still so many religions, but everyone speaks the same language, like, what the heck? So, let's also make a new universal religion. But I think the idea of making a universal language or religion is pretty late now. It's 2020, if you have forgotten about that. If all our ancestors had somehow by chance spoken and created the same language hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, even though we all lived hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles apart, there wouldn't be a great variation of religion and could have avoided World War II. Or even World War I. But of course, all our education systems are so deeply rooted into their own language that it's too late now to change it. And thankfully, now we have technology. Otherwise, we could do my solution of taking babies away from their parents. Yeah, you're in? Okay, let's do this. Okay, I know, I'm just messing with you. I can't actually do that. But still, I appreciate you voting for me being a leader. I guess, thanks to technology and some inventions that were created like Google Translate, that we don't actually need to worry about creating a new universal language. I mean, it's not that bad at all. People are more interesting with different cultures and languages, and learning a new language really engages your brain. And yeah, there's now anyways a universal peace declaration made and still exists. But we should remember not to repeat the mistake of making the whole world fight just because of our religion differences or language differences, which probably only exists on Earth and nowhere else in the galaxy has the same language difference issue. So let's rather work towards World Peace 3 and not World War 3, shall we? Comment down below, what do you think about the idea of shall we all speak the same language? Thank you for watching and I hope you have a great day.